This video is sponsored by Skillshare. If we look at the cast of My Hero Academia, they're really cool, right? Oh, look at this guy. He's super cool. Deku? Awesome. Now take a look at this guy. Why is he a bird? Like, what the heck? I don't like that one bit. We gotta fix it. Throw the whole design away. We gotta start anew and make him a really cool emo guy. Anyway, guys. Hi there, my name is Mari, or Octoinks, and today I will not be making a redesign video. Despite the intro I just gave, Tokoyami is one of my favorite characters in My Hero Academia. I think he's really cool, he has an awesome quirk, he has an awesome character design, and if you guys think that he's not cool just because he has a bird head, okay, I can't really change your mind, but I really like it. And I know that I'm mostly a redesign channel, but I also do commentary here, and today I will be doing commentary because I just so happened to draw this picture and I thought it would be good to give my commentary on a little bit about My Hero Academia and just ramble to you guys. Because who doesn't like that? And without further ado and any more rambling from me, let's get into my speed paint. And guys, if you didn't know me, well actually you probably didn't know me, or maybe you did in just another life and you don't remember me. I used to draw Tokoyami as a more humanoid character a lot. I had my own little design for him, I'll pop him up on the screen right here. Yeah, you get the gist. It's kind of similar to what I'm doing now, but like with a little bit of tweaks, and I think mine now is a little bit more chef's kiss. But before I go any further, here is a message from my sponsor, Skillshare. With fall being on the way and school kicking off, I'm really excited to dive back into my art studies. I can't believe that I'm already a senior in art school. But anyway, I need to lock in. I've been really wanting to get better at drawing environments since they are one of my favorite things to draw and what I want to focus on for developing my professional portfolio. And with classes on Skillshare, I have been able to learn so much more and really dive into the topic. And recently, I've been really enjoying the course Environment Art and Concept Painting by Siobhan Toomey. If you don't know about Skillshare, what are you doing? Get on this! Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry experts across film, animation, design, freelance, productivity, and more. Skillshare can help you take your career, skills, hobbies, passions, or side hustles to the next level, and Skillshare also provides something called learning paths. And these are specially curated sequential classes to help you master a specific skill. Skillshare has an amazing library of classes for you to take, and no matter your skill level when it comes to your art, you will be able to find something that will fit your style and help you improve. They have classes in digital art, animation, design, painting, and much more. And Skillshare has some really cool new improvements you should check out as well, such as smarter class categories, 3 new class topics, and the ability to find classes by software and material. This makes it super easy to find a course that you like. For me, it took me about a minute or less to jump right in. And we have an awesome deal for all you beautiful people. The first 500 people to use my link in the description below will receive a 1-month free trial to Skillshare. Get started today. You won't regret it, and let's improve our art together. And with that, let's get on to the rest of the video. And anyway, guys, let's talk about it. I've really been a big fan of a lot of the unconventional students and characters in My Hero Academia, and I think they're really fun, and they add kind of a unique little flair to the franchise that I can't really find anywhere else. And I can tell you this now because I hated My Hero Academia for the last 2 years. I was really into it in like 2020 and 2021, but I kind of fell off the boat when it kind of started like losing popularity for a bit there. There was like really high peak and then like a slump, and now we're back up on the popularity spike, and I hopped back on that boat because I feel like I was almost forced to hate it due to like the public kind of view of the series, and people are like, oh my god, we were so cringe in quarantine, like how could we do that? And then I'm sitting here like, guys, like I was actually really happy, and now I'm really happy again now that I'm back into my old interests. But anyway, on to the point of this. I think that the inclusion of just like very, take Todoroki, very human, or Uraraka, very human. I love them. Actually Todoroki, but don't cancel me. Uraraka, she's so cute. But I think just having inclusion of these 2 different types of characters, like look at Shoji versus Deku. You kind of know which one's gonna be more popular. I mean, we're more wired to kind of sympathize and understand characters that look like us and look more quote-unquote human. So of course they're gonna get more plot development. And I feel like all the mutation quirks in the class didn't get much coverage, and that's really a shame, but they did a really good job later on in the series kind of touching on that. And I'm gonna be completely honest here, guys, I have not fully done my research, so if I say something wrong, tell me. I'm literally only on season 4 because that's where I got when I watched it all the way back in the day in 2021. But, you know, I'm really bad at watching shows, and I'm rewatching it now, but I'm only, like, on the sports festival. Oh my god, and I've been watching it for, like, 2 months and been obsessed and draw them, like, daily. Guys, it's actually such a struggle. Like, why am I like this? But yeah, basically on to the point of this. I might be biased because literally some of my favorite characters in the show are the ones that are, like, kind of left behind in the dust. Like, everyone knows that I like Ojiro. If you see my Twitter, I see you. Anyway, but I really like Koda, I like Shoji, I like Tokoyami, I love everyone in that show, basically. Mineta is like, he's kind of funny. Do you know I used to cosplay Mineta, but that's a whole nother story for another day. I'll flash a picture of Mineta on the screen for you. If you can pause in time, congratulations. Boom. Yeah, so on to the next point. I've been doing some research for, like, my senior thesis project. Oh my god, guys, I know. Oh, I'm a senior in college. Art college. Isn't that crazy? Because the last time I was really into My Hero Academia, it was 4 years ago. So I was fully in high school. I was really into it when I was, like, 16, 17. And now I'm sitting here at 21, like, where did my life go? But let's not ramble anymore, Mari. And the thing about quirks with My Hero Academia, they're really awesome because while, like, most superheroes kind of have their power as kind of like a separate entity from them and, like, having something that they have full control over most of the time, My Hero Academia integrates this into the character themselves, and they usually don't have full access to the power, and it usually kind of defines who they are as a person. So, like, if you look at Toga, she can't control her urges to consume blood. It's just in her DNA, and that's what her instincts are to do, which kind of villainize her. And that kind of falls into the same thing with mutant quirks, right? So a lot of people take Shoji, right? He looks different than everyone else, and he wears a mask to kind of conceal what he looks like so he doesn't scare people. Because even though he's fully human, he's not a monster, he's fully human, he just looks different to the point that people will make these assumptions about him just because he looks different. And something that I really like looking at in, like, video games and animation is kind of just how do these projects kind of paint prejudice in a way in the realm of fantasy and fiction. While My Hero Academia is an anime, obviously, so it's very monolithic in terms of actual real-life races. Like, sure, they'll throw in a few brown people, but most of the time, they're just Japanese, right? But I think that having kind of the social commentary on how quirks kind of cause this kind of divide in the people and kind of causes prejudice is really important to kind of look at and kind of digest to see how we see similar things happening in our society. And like I said before, I haven't watched season 7, I think, or 9? I don't know what it's on, guys, but, like, the new season where Shoji and Koda and Spinner kind of have, like, this kind of altercation, and they're like, hey, Spinner, you need to stop doing this because if you continue, you're going to send us back 30 years. And that's something that Shoji said, referring to mutant quirks and how people view them because they are inherently seen as monsters and lesser than. And this is why I'm saying my Tokoyami design here is not quote-unquote a redesign, because I would never redesign him to not be a mutant quirk because that is taking away a huge and massive part of his character. And sure, you can draw it. I'm drawing it right now. Look at the screen. He has a human face right there. But redesigning him or saying that this is a redesign and it's better is just wrong, okay? It's fun to think about, but I may sound like a nerd or a snowflake, but let's leave them how they are because they are beautiful in their own beautiful way. And I know that they're fictional, but please hear me out. They are wondrous. But the thing is, the fact of the matter is, I full-heartedly believe that if Tokoyami looked like this, or if he just had a regular anime kind of look, he would be a fan favorite, because why else would people not like him? He's cool, he's kind of mysterious, he's really strong, he got like 3rd place in the sports festival, and his quirk is insane, and he got a work study from Hawks. I'm not a big fan of Hawks, by the way, but that's just random. But that's just fact. If Tokoyami, or say Koda, look at Koda, you know that if Koda looked like some soft anime boy, people would be going crazy because he's shy, he's like kind of silly, and he loves animals, and people would be like, oh my god, what a small little bean. But since he looks like this, people are like, I don't care about him. Who is he? He's just that guy that looks weird in the back of the class. And I'm like, do not talk about him that way. He is so wonderful. But some mutant quirks are taken differently, of course. Like Mina, she is a mutant quirk too. I often forget about this. She has pink skin, pink hair, and little horns. But, you know, since she kind of still has, like, the humanoid build, I think that people kind of are like, oh, she's really cool, and she's pretty girl, so slay. But where do we draw the line of what is weird and what is normal, okay, for My Hero Academia quirks? Because that's what we need to talk about, okay? Let's come together and let's be like, what is too far? Because there's a Windex bottle hero. I think that's so funny. But at the root of this problem is, if we took away the mutant characters from My Hero Academia, would it really be fun anymore? I mean, sure, it would still be a pretty good story, but this kind of undertone of, like I said, this kind of divide between mutant quirks and normal quirks would be gone. And I really like kind of like this little social commentary that we got going on here, and we can do a lot of digging into it. And I think it's really something important to think about. I think it's really cool, and I love how this kind of sets up the world that they live in. Every time someone redesigns Tokoyami fully and calls it a redesign and thinks it's better, with him as like an emo anime guy, an angel loses its wings. Or must I say, a Tokoyami loses its wings. But Tokoyami doesn't actually have wings, so that doesn't make any sense. But you know what I mean. And here is my not redesign of Tokoyami Fumikage. Isn't he so cool? I think this is really fun to think about, and totally, it was so fun making, and just seeing my different designs from like 2021 versus the one now. Oh boy, I love the dynamic poses that I did, and the little silly guy, and is it the one with the apple just adorable? He's so little silly guy. I love him so much. I sound like a broken record. Can you tell that I really like Tokoyami, and I really think that he's awesome? Oh my god, guys, wait, I need to show you this. I got the Tokoyami figure. Isn't he so cool? I totally referenced it for this picture, but this was actually before I got it, so yeah. And anyway, guys, if you enjoyed my rambling about My Hero Academia, I hope it was entertaining enough, and I hope that you guys like my speed paints and enjoy Tokoyami as much as I do. And you will probably be seeing a lot more My Hero Academia content from me. I am very much hyperfixated, and I have not been hyperfixated on something for a very long time, so I am going to be milking it as much as I can. And thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. And hey guys, the first 500 people to use the link in my description below will get a whole month free of Skillshare, so get started today and start your free trial. And if you happen to enjoy the video, consider liking and subscribing because it really does mean the world to me, and your support is my everything. And hey guys, I have some new listings on my Etsy shop, so if you want to check out some really cool stuff made by yours truly and one of my best friends, go check it out. I'll be linking it up here. Go check out Chaos Things. We're a really cool small business. And with that, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!